good day.
Thank you.
Just making sure you're all awake.
I'm all here. This is exciting.
Yes, it is.
I have not been aware of you for very long.
We haven't been aware of you for very long.
Well, now
What
we
a
are
coincidence.
together. Probably just random.
Speak up.
I have several questions. I want to start with a simple one, just about myself.
Yes.
I see the number 1, 2, 3, 4
Yes.
all the time.
You would be a good candidate for the Cybo game.
Okay.
But the idea in general of these kinds of synchronous numbers that happen to many of you is that it's like a synchronicity marker telling you that you're on the right path, you're in the right frequency at that particular moment that you experience those numbers. It's like road signs that you use.
Okay. Simple enough.
Yes, it is.
All right, something more complex. And you talked about this earlier with someone who spoke to you about when you talk about the parallel realities and all of them existing at the same time with
Yes.
past lives. And this is a new concept to me.
Oh, all right.
I
How
can
fun.
grasp it. So thank you for that. But
Yes.
I would like to get some more clarification.
Yes.
And I was told that, and clarify if I'm wrong, that after 2012 was when you were allowed to make contact with our species and offer this more clarity.
Yes, before that there was a quarantine period. After that, it's not so much the idea of a quarantine as it is now in your hands to decide that you are actually ready. So nothing is now preventing us in terms of our own laws from making contact. It's now all being determined by the rate at which your people are actually truly ready for it.
Gotcha. Okay. So in that, let's see if I can clarify this question.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to understand the concept that we weren't ready in the before in this linear time space
Yes.
that we perceive it as.
Yes.
But now we are, and yet
No.
it's all
now
now.
you're not. You are becoming ready. I'm simply saying our own laws no longer prevent the contact. It's now completely whether or not you get ready. You're not ready yet, otherwise open contact would be happening.
But you're here.
I am having this conversation,
Sure.
but that's not me landing my ship and getting out and staring you in the face. Do you understand? That's
I
a
do.
difference. And it's a difference in vibrational frequency. Very different in vibrational frequency. We are being filtered. Our consciousness is being filtered through a human on your planet, and you are experiencing right now no more than about 5 to 10% of our total energy. Therefore, if we were to stand in front of you in our total being, we could actually overwhelm your vibration to the point where you could go into blanking out or psychotic shock. Does that make sense?
Yes. Perfect sense.
So, when you accelerate your vibration and meet us more closely halfway, then true physical open contact can really begin.
Okay. Excellent. This is fascinating.
Yes,
where
we
I'm
think so.
still and exciting, and where I'm still going with this. This is
Yes.
all happening right now,
It
right
is.
now, and in
It
the
is.
now.
It is.
But it hasn't happened yet.
Correct,
and yet-
from a
but that is still the
time-space
now.
point of view. From the
Okay.
time-space point of view, it hasn't happened yet. Nevertheless, it all happens at once.
And has
So you are
happened.
shifting like a projector light through different frames, now picking the frames that then get projected on the screen to determine the movie you will experience. So all the frames exist of that movie, but you haven't necessarily run those through your projector from the space-time point of view yet. But all the frames exist.
Okay, that I understand.
All right.
In a related question, and this has been explained to me, but I would like more clarification
Yes.
because in my limited human physical brain, I'm still trying to wrap my brain around some of this.
That's all right.
You
It's
used the
exciting.
analogy earlier, like most people when they walk into a room, switch on the light switch, they're not thinking about how that all works, the light comes
Yes.
on. I'm the guy who's thinking about that all the time. I
That's
drive
fine.
my car, I'm thinking about every moving part. So
All right.
just
Is that fun for you?
it is. I
All
enjoy it very much, and
Thank
I
you.
have a very profound grasp of the physical world
All right.
in that space, and I love it and I
Yes.
enjoy it. So where I'm going at is, I am grasping where your entity is at.
Yes.
And compared to the life on this planet and where we're at,
Yes.
and I'm looking at the differential
Yes.
space, and I realize I'm creating this too.
Yes.
So it's another little fly in the ointment. But I guess the question I'm asking is, how come I'm not where you're at? Or how come I was born here, or the choice I made to be here instead of with you? And I don't know if I'm asking the question
We
clearly
understand
enough,
exactly what you're asking, but this is one of the things that you decided would give you an interesting new perspective of your total being. It doesn't mean that there aren't other aspects of you experiencing other things, even things similar to what we are experiencing. Nevertheless, this aspect of your total consciousness is experiencing this because you believe that this is important for you as a total being to experience, to add another perspective of discovery to your total being.
I'll take that.
Does that help?
Yes.
All right.
It does. Thank you.
Anything else?
That's it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. It's been an honor. Thank you.
Before the next person speaks, let me complete this idea. It's similar to the notion that you have a hand and the hand has 5 fingers. Well, all right, 4 and a thumb if you wish. The idea is you have created something that has all the 5 fingers at once because each finger is a different experience, even though they all trace back to the same hand. Therefore, a hand is not really a hand without all the fingers, and the fingers won't function without the hand. So one finger experiences one thing, another finger experiences something else, and that and the totality of all those fingers then makes up the experience of the hand.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I'm very pleased to be here with you today.
We are pleased as well.
Thank you. I had so many different questions to ask for you today, and so many got answered
Yes.
throughout the conversation, so thank you.
Yes.
The first
Thank
question,
you.
thank you. The first question I would like to ask, though, is what kind of holds our whole universe together? My initial response would be love, but I guess I'm looking for some validation.
All right. Well, your people translate the vibrational frequency of existence itself. The closest approximation you can come to that is what you do call the feeling or experience of unconditional love. That's just how you translate it.
Yes.
So in a sense, yes, you could say that's what quote unquote holds everything together. But in reality, everything is simply made out of that. Do you understand?
Yes.
That's what everything is made out of. That frequency, that vibrational consciousness is what everything is made of. That self-awareness is what everything is made out of.
Yes.
So it automatically holds together because it simply is one thing. It may express itself as a multitude of things, but the fact that it is one thing, quote unquote, is what holds it together. Does that make sense?
It does. Thank
All right.
you. I wanted to ask about dreams.
Yes.
I have several incredibly vivid dreams that are always in the same templates or the same locations.
All right. This can be representative of many different kinds of things, but continue.
Well, I was just wondering if you could help with some guidance or some clarity as to
Well,
why
sometimes
that
it can be
happens.
memories of visiting the idea of parallel reality selves. Sometimes it can be other things. It depends on how, quote unquote, literal or symbolic they may be.
So when we are dreaming and we wake up and we remember them, should we always interpret them symbolically?
You don't have to, but you can if it's fun for you. Sometimes you can gain insight to yourself by doing so. Sometimes you can gain insight to things that you might be doing when you are no longer focused in physical reality. But remember that your physical mind only has so many symbols to work with. And it can't always make sense out of things that you may be doing on another dimensional level, but it will use the best symbols that it can, which is sometimes why the dream seems to make no sense at all.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
And sometimes dreams can simply be you reassessing your day and reinventing your template and your blueprint for what you wish to experience next. And sometimes it can actually be some sort of symbolic memory of a real experience you had in another dimensional realm. And many things in between. You have to take them one by one and understand what they are.
Okay.
Is this of any help to you?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And?
I'm looking forward to dreaming more. I had two other questions for you.
You understand you're dreaming right now, yes?
Yes. Yes. In fact,
Yes.
I'm constantly looking at my reality and saying to myself that this is not real.
Well,
Or
it's
that
real
it's-
as an experience, but it's not real as a solid reality. It's a projection of your consciousness. And paradoxically, since we're talking about the idea of dreaming, by going to sleep physically is actually when you wake up into more of yourself. And when you wake up physically, that's actually when you're going to sleep. Because you're narrowing your focus of your total self down to a physical reality dream. But when you go to sleep, you expand your focus and very often expand beyond the borders of the physical experience and thus become more of yourself. Make sense?
That does
so
make sense.
learning to become lucid in the physical dream is what this transformational age is all about. And sometimes it can help you become lucid in the physical dream by learning to become lucid in your dream state, and vice versa.
I see.
Does this help?
It does help.
All right.
My last question has to do with an experience in my childhood.
Yes.
I really feel
If, in fact, that was your
it
childhood.
was my childhood. Yes,
But
I have
we'll go with
changed.
that for the moment, for the sake of continuity.
I had an experience when I was about 6, and it felt like it really changed the whole theme of my existence here in this lifetime.
From what to what?
I'm not even quite sure. I just feel that a lot of my belief systems all stem to that one experience.
All right. And
come
so,
from that.
what have you done with that?
I have.
Are you following your excitement?
I am, to the best of my ability. I feel, though, that
Yes.
I have to bring it always back to that present moment of
Yes.
being
Well, that's
in the
part of the
present moment.
process, learning to live in the moment.
Yes.
Learning that there is nothing more valuable than what's going on right now. That's where everything you need is contained. And the
Yes.
more you live in the moment, the faster another now moment can manifest. The more you attempt to live outside the moment, the longer it takes for another now moment to manifest. That's the paradox. You have to live in the moment and use it up for something else to happen. That's how you accelerate things. But when you look to accelerate things by looking to the future, you're no longer living in the moment and you actually paradoxically slow things down.
Okay. Yeah, I needed that.
All right.
I needed that piece. Thank you.
Yes.
What I was going to say too is with the belief systems, when I encounter, I feel like I'm like in a tennis game where I'm being, with the balls are constantly coming. The balls
Yes.
are my belief systems, and I kind of get overwhelmed. Where it's like,
That's all right. You can
do
take
I
a
have
break.
to investigate all of my
You
belief
can
systems?
take a break. What's your rush? What's your hurry? You're an infinite, eternal, indestructible being. What's your hurry? Where are you going?
Yeah.
You become overwhelmed because you think you have to deal with all of it right away or something wrong will happen. Relax. There is no time like the present. Relax. And you will actually accelerate. That's what we just told you. The paradox is the more you take time to slow down and relax, the faster things will go. The more you try to speed up, the slower and longer things take. Because you're not living in the present. You're not matching the frequency of your now.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, I really appreciate
Go with the flow.
Yes.
Don't swim upstream. That's resistance. Just go with the flow. The current knows where to take you. Trust the speed of the current. Now, sometimes you can accelerate things by divesting yourself of beliefs that no longer work for you. That's fine. That's part of the process. But go with the flow.
Excellent.
Remember that if you're truly, truly living in the moment and you understand that everything that's happening right now is the most important thing that could possibly be happening and it deserves your attention and respect,
Yes.
then you will never, ever, ever be impatient. Because if you're really living in the moment, you're having as much fun as you possibly can, you're as engaged and involved as you possibly can be, and therefore you don't need patience. And if you don't need patience, you're never impatient.
Yes.
Do you understand?
I do.
Does this help?
It immensely. Thank you so much, Bashar. Thank you.
You are welcome.
Hi.
And to you, good day.
Yay! So my first question is about coffee.
Coffee.
Yes, the drink.
All right. What about it?
I know from a vibrational standpoint it's not good for me.
All right. Then that's you.
But I find that when I raise my frequency to incredibly high transformational rate,
Yes.
I have issues with insomnia.
So what? Who says you should be asleep at that moment?
I
Many people on your planet do not follow their natural biological awake-sleep cycle. They force themselves to be awake when they need to be asleep. They force themselves to be asleep when they need to be awake. Find your natural cycle. That's all you need to do. Then it will not be insomnia. If it's natural for you to be awake at the wee hours of the morning or whenever, then that might be your natural cycle when you're at your highest peak of creativity. Then when you find yourself actually going down in your vibratory biological cycle and need to sleep, sleep. You have to get over the idea that your society tells you when you should be awake and you should be asleep to find your natural cycle. You follow me?
Yes.
Is this helping?
Yes.
Yes. Most of you are not living your natural biological cycles.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
So my second question is about moldavite crystals. Can you
Yes.
expand on those a little
Permission
more?
slips, like anything. If you're attracted to it, then that means there's something about that particular permission slip that aligns with your belief system in such a way that it allows you to give yourself permission to be more of who you are by using that particular reflection or object. If you're attracted to it, use it. If you're not, don't.
Simple enough.
All things, all objects, all rituals, all techniques, all tools are permission slips. Use them if you're attracted to them. Don't use them if you're not. That's all they're there for. To reflect to you an alignment in your belief system wherein you are willing to say, I'm willing to change my beliefs and allow something to happen I didn't believe was possible by using this thing. But you're the one doing it anyway. You're the ultimate permission slip. But you can use those reflections as helpers to put you in touch with what you believe is true. So if that's what attracts you, by all means.
Cool.
Yes?
Yes. So one more question. I wanted to ask about a relationship,
Yes.
a soulmate of mine, that I have a tendency to go through.
You have a what?
I have a tendency.
You have a what?
I go through.
You choose?
I choose to go through many
Thank you.
times.
Tendencies mean, I can't help it. No responsibility there.
Right.
No way to change anything.
Right.
I choose.
I choose.
Now if you're choosing something you don't prefer, now you have something to work with, because the first question would be, what would I have to believe is true in order to keep choosing something I don't prefer? Where if you say, well, I have a tendency, that gives you nothing to work with. No insight into yourself at all.
It's about taking ownership.
Yes. Response ability. The ability to respond.
Oh, that's good.
So, what is the thing that you choose?
So the thing that I choose
Yes.
is that, going almost back to the coffee question, I ramp up my energy to such a degree that this counterpart to the relationship comes in,
Yes.
and it has a tendency.
It has a what? We are selectively deaf to
I
concepts that don't work
choose-
for us.
I choose this relationship to drag me down.
Why?
That's a good question.
Do you have a good answer?
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. You're just not paying attention to it.
Yes.
Remember what we talked about when we talk about the motivational mechanism within all of you? This is an absolute given. You all, always, and I mean there are no exceptions, always move in the direction, choose in the direction of what you believe is in your best interest. You always move away from what you believe is not in your best interest. Therefore, if you know that, and you know that's how the mechanism works, if you then are choosing something that you know is not in your best interest, The only way you would do so is you have a definition of that thing that makes it seem to be in your best interest more than the other choice. You need to find the belief that says that that thing you don't prefer is a better choice than the thing that would actually serve you better. Find that belief and let it go. And then the motivational mechanism will flip around the other way, and you will only choose the things that are actually to your benefit instead of attaching beliefs to the things that are not to your benefit that make it seem to be to your benefit.
Yes.
Making some sense? So, in saying that you are choosing to do something in a relationship where you feel dragged down, why do you choose that? What beliefs do you have about yourself that you would attract that experience?
That I don't deserve to be at the energy level that brings that experience in.
Do you really buy that?
I buy the concept that
That you might believe that.
I might believe that.
What do you
correct.
get out of believing that? That you don't deserve that?
I get the approval of the people who are my parents and the people
All right.
who think I'm different.
All right. So in other words, you're willing to go for approval instead of actually honoring yourself and thus honoring them by being yourself.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
You're settling for something that isn't you because you think that that's the right thing to do because you are looking for their approval to determine who you are. Is that what you prefer?
Not when you say it.
This is why it's so important to identify beliefs, because you see what I said earlier, once you actually bring it out into the light and make a statement out of it consciously, it doesn't make much sense, does it?
No.
As soon as it's nonsensical, it's gone. Unless you have another belief that says you need to hold on to it, and then you need to find that one too and let that become nonsensical. Because all the things that are out of alignment with your true vibration don't make sense.
Exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hello, Tadea.
Nani?
We have some questions from our Ustream listeners.
Oh, all right.
The first one is having to do with our core frequency and the idea of, does a core frequency only pertain to our physical life or all aspects?
There are core frequencies all the way up the spectrum, but the one that we are obviously discussing most is the one that you experience as your signature frequency as a person in physical reality, because that's the one that needs the attention in order to be changed.
So you're actually changing your core frequency?
You are changing the physical core frequency to be a closer match to the total core frequency, to be more aligned with the total core frequency.
And the determination of your physical core frequency has
Is whether
to do
you're
your
holding
belief
on
systems.
with your beliefs, yes, negative and positive.
But you know how you always say that your core frequency is always attracting everything that you need, and
The true core frequency, yes, but you can surround it with secondary frequencies that may still represent your personality and your overall signature vibration as a person that may be muddying the true alignment with the core frequency.
I think that's interesting about the personality versus the actual core frequency of the
Yes,
person.
but look at it as the idea of nested dolls, yes? You have a particular frequency, but you can wrap it like an onion with many different layers, and you can kind of filter it in a variety of ways. So the idea is to allow all those different things to be as clear, as transparent as they can, so the true core frequency shines through on all levels.
Okay, and let's see, they said, what if we have a low core frequency? Can we change it? You just answered that.
Yes.
And how can we experience the highest joy with a low core frequency?
Start small. Do something that contains even just a tiny, tiny, tiny bit more excitement than anything else. Do it to the best of your ability. Do it with no insistence on an outcome, and then do it again. And then do it again, and then do it again until it grows and becomes bigger and bigger and bigger steps, bigger and bigger and bigger opportunities that will allow your excitement to expand. But you will always be capable of doing something if you are willing to.
And is it really necessary on a daily basis to sort of monitor your state of being and determine if you're in a negative state and change it. And
No.
just
It's not always necessary, but you may find that from time to time it will be valuable to do so.
But I mean, like for people who want contact and they want their frequency to be up over 200,000 cycles per second.
Act on your
and-
highest excitement to the best of your ability with no insistence on the outcome. That's the formula. It's not going to change.
But the formula is going to bring up all the beliefs that you have.
Exactly, which gives you an opportunity to let them go and add their energy to the excitement, which expands your vibration and raises it higher and higher and higher until you pass the 200,000 cycle per second frequency.
Right. So if you're going through your day and you
Yes.
notice that you get upset about something
Yes.
or all that, then that's an opportunity to practice
Yes.
shifting your frequency to a higher level
Yes.
so that it becomes second nature,
First nature.
first nature.
Right now, it is second nature, sometimes even third nature. So make it first nature.
It just seems like a good practice.
It is.
That would then allow you to experience more and more expanded joy in the 3 AAA formula.
Acknowledge, appreciate, and allow.
Right. And when we were talking about that recently, we talked about the idea that when you acknowledge what's happening
Yes.
and then
Acknowledge what you have instead of
Oh.
what you don't have. That's the phrase.
Okay.
Acknowledge what you have instead of what you don't have. Appreciate what you have once you've acknowledged it. Again, the appreciation of a moment and an experience that you're having doesn't necessarily mean that just because you appreciate it for being there, that you have to condone something you don't prefer that may have happened.
right, because circumstances don't matter, only state
Exactly.
of being matters.
That's
So-
why you go into appreciation as a state, regardless of the circumstances. And it doesn't mean that you're condoning the circumstances.
So if something challenging happens
Yes.
that causes you that you make a choice to lower your frequency
Yes.
around it,
Yes.
the antidote to that is to
Acknowledge what you do have instead of what you don't have. Appreciate, which means create that state of appreciation for what you do have, and then allow the next thing that needs to happen, and continue to do that if you need to continue to do that.
and then don't give energy to the circumstances.
No,
kind of
because
what
the
you're saying.
circumstances is just a neutral set of props. It may still be representative of something you don't prefer, but that doesn't mean it has to affect you in any negative way. Therefore, if you simply go into a state of appreciation, you can still neutrally observe that it is a situation you don't prefer, but you won't be negatively affected by it.
It really is a relearning of how to interact with physical reality.
That's what we've been talking about for 33 years of your time. It's a relearning of how physical reality works. It's an understanding of the nature and structure of existence, and so you can use it effectively as a tool because it works the same for everyone all the time. It's only an issue of whether you use it in a way that you prefer or use it in a way that you don't. It doesn't care. It's up to you.
Well, it's nice to know there's an alternative way of experiencing this reality, certainly.
There always is.
Yes.
There always is.
In all ways, right?
Yes.
Okay, and here's another question. You said that everything is synchronicity,
Yes.
but often we don't recognize it as such.
Yes.
Do we attract negative synchronicity based on our thoughts and beliefs? And is giving negative things a positive meaning a method of attracting more positive synchronicity?
Yes. Again, you don't have to say this negative thing is a positive thing. We're saying you can recognize something that you don't prefer and still create the understanding that you will still derive a beneficial and positive effect from your experience of it. And that will continue to expand your positive state of being.
And that's actually a really powerful thing to recognize that
Yes, it is.
you don't have to give you don't have to look at a situation and say, "Oh, I'm really glad this happened," or something like that.
No,
You can
no.
go more in
That's
the
not
direction
what it's about.
just recognizing that everything that's happening can serve you in a positive
Yes.
way. By putting it in that context, that then allows it to shift into
Yes.
positive
If
energy.
nothing else, the idea of observing something you don't prefer can put you in a state of appreciation that it is now clarified more clearly for you what you do prefer by contrast. Sometimes people on your planet will do that. They will expose themselves to something they don't prefer to give themselves a better idea, a clearer idea of what they do prefer. And therefore they've used what they don't prefer in a positive way that they can appreciate, even if they don't actually prefer the thing itself.
It's just really interesting that you don't necessarily have to deal with what you're observing. You simply have to put it under the umbrella of a positive meaning for what you
Yes.
will get out of it.
Yes, and you may find yourself dealing with it, but then you will deal with it in a completely different way that's reflective of the positive state that you have generated with your appreciation.
It's wonderful.
Yes, it is. What time is it?
It's probably time to do the holotope.
Yes, it is. And so please take a short break. We will resume this transmission for your holotope meditation.